what's going on, man? It's your boy here in Liverpool, man. Don't Flop Liverpool, first event in 4 fucking years. The Dome, make some noise, man! Your boy back up in the spot, man. I'm so happy to be back up in Liverpool, man. Shouts to O'Shea, shouts to Innuendo, shouts to Ricky Riley, shouts to all the Liverpool heads, man. We are here in the Dome. Battle number 4 of the day. This is another fan-voted battle. Shouts to Bent Legs. It was all his concept, man. We're going to be doing this much more, giving you 6 to 8 MCs, and you, the fans, the viewers, get to match them up. And then if you want, come to the event and watch them. This was the quickest voted battle. This was the top of the league and the polls within about 2 hours of us putting it online. MC number 1 on the right-hand side, star also of the 2 April Fool's classics, MARLO. Make some noise. EFAFD in fucking D. Shouts to MARLO. And on the left-hand side, star of the legendary 7,000 view DNA demo battle classic. Absolute fucking legend as well. MOS PROB. Make some noise. Don't fucking don't. I am unbelievably jealous of that fucking shirt, trust me, no sarcasm. Chose off camera that MARLO was going to go first. Don't Flop Liverpool, round number 1, it's on my boy MARLO, let's go.
I'll never let Prob get the best of me. I'm just glad you managed to pull off that upper-class pyjama project successfully. Once, there was a rapper called DNA. DNA was one of the cleverest chaps off the head with the raps that was ever established, yeah? Grind Time and Smack had feathered his cap, a legend with pad and pen. Now many a man from England wanted to step into challenge, yet he'd go west of the map and then into Canada, yes, so we had to rest. Seemed like only the American fans were getting the action. Then, DNA battled a vendetta, a mad event. Hell of a clash, impressions were had, so next he would travel lengths, gave Censor a match, and then he came back to bury a hatchet when he literally battled MOS PROB for some reason. Well, congrats, he'll never be back again. Adam D. Fellman. The D stands for cunt. You can hold your head up high, but all I've got is an imposter in my sights like the Rockefeller guy. Seriously, you studied film, worked at a call center, you like to write comedy when high? I know. Prob is awesome, right? I don't know whether to insult his partial sight or compliment the guy. Seriously, like, stop copying my life. And now, of course, because I was second to check into Don't Flop and pen a rhyme, he'll probably reply that I've been copying his life. Well, fine, dude. He'll be like Moon times 2, just a couple Sam Rockwells in a fight. Nah, fuck that clone shit. You're so weird you would clone shit. Your existence makes a mockery of mine. Oh, and whoever told you you were a comic? Well, they lied. The parody clown's sanity valve may have seemed novel at the time, but you can't honestly deny that when the Concourse took to flight, you weren't following behind in a helicopter made of shite! My dissertation will shit on your dissertation! It will! My dissertation said your dissertation was boring and basic and called it a racist. Said its mom was a whore with a facelift. Now I'll admit, my style isn't usually freshest, but just the way you look screams student pretentious. I mean, even your stupid head looks like it's doing a lecture. When I first saw you with 2 of your friends just looking super tremendous on my uni prospectus. Oh, and fuck your long conversations trying to hop on my wavelength, constantly saying we should do bad bars because you've not got the patience to jot proper statements. I will not fucking cave in. And if I do, it's only because you're boring to write for, like an uninspiring lock combination. I don't give a damn what your real name is. Haha, same name, callback humour, time.
Sorry, Mo. You dissing my shirt was more than slightly stupid. You're just jealous of my gangsterness because I bothered to bring the iron to it. You're poorer than me, make you sore at your knees, do a petrol flip because your freestyle's rawer than me. 4:45. You are so shit. People only know him because he's doing the same shit that most is, but post-grist. Fuck you, don't live, your style's got loads of holes in, no sieve. You should battle psychosis in a who has the worst first name battle. You'd both win. You're going to experience defeat, not win. Your Hampshire-based mother is a reet hot chick. Not talking about a folk band on fire when I mention how hot that Fleet Fox is. And I spit that rhyme of beautiful. Your group is called, oh, it's Hat Right, Beautiful. I've got more hat flips than a Dick Van Dyke. Musical. The name Hat, well, it fits. You should know it best. Because if Hat was to have taken off, you have to show respect. And if you hide behind Hat, why is your stupid hairline showing then? And I'll never be the sort to call you gay and that, but you live with Shuffle, right? I guess home is where you lay your hat. Nothing? Fair enough. I go steaming past this peasant and leave him scarred. Again, I've got a sturdy mind and steely heart, and I can also type really fast. Either I'm looking at your reflection in a spoon, or your hairline's receding hard. You forcing a multi by saying the word dude, it's almost as awkward as me forcing a multi by saying the word dude. What? You think no one else has sat down a lot with the room? You think deadpan irony is something no one else can possibly do? I hope your dissertation's presented sloppily. Dude. I hope your citations weren't even referenced properly. Dude. I hope when you finish renting the property, dude, you won't even get the money when the deposit is through. And for Don't Flop's posh top spot, you're the Vegas contender. I'll grave the offender, so save your conjecture. I finished degrees like yours on the way to a lecture. And you record my moves like when you mash up 4 nice tunes. I wonder what else this fraud might do. Because I've seen most of the same things in the night as you've seen in one of your nights too. Time.
Every time I see you, you have your fucking keyboard. It's true. Just in case when you're out on the streets performing rap, at least you always have the option to drop on your really awesome tracks. You're that completely normal guy on a battle card that'll practice bars on a Yamaha at the park. You've actually brought it with you today on top of everything else. In the megabus's special luggage, on top of everything else. You're like a fucking parent who's been scaring themselves silly, convinced that their kid will be in menacing peril if they let it out of their sight for a second and dwell. Like, it's a musical instrument. I'm sure it can fend for itself. Man's overprotective as hell. Still, you never can tell, and it's best to be careful and help. I knew a drum kit once which was left by itself. Went into the kitchen, grabbed the kettle, it fell onto its head, smacked it open like an egg in a shell. It was never itself. Next time I see you with that piece of pointless trash, we'll see what sort of damage it really ought to stand. I'll rip the keyboard off your back, smash open the black notes and pee in all the gaps, so when you want to play in a major key, the E's are falling flat. And Eek gets fucking mad! Because of the key it ought to have. Yeah. Listen. Yo, but why the keyboard? Well, he composes scores made with pure skill for loads of your favorite short films. Wow, your parents must be super proud, man. Whenever you do a movie soundtrack, I'll turn the movie sound down, the movie sounds crap. His girlfriend's a battler. You know what rhymes with Rapunzel? Crap cuddles. How did you get a girlfriend to start battling? What was your method? Like, did you sit her down, teach her rap and hip-hop as a lesson, then casually pop her the question like Jacqueline? You can make me happy and honest, I reckon. Now tell me what rhymes with hell of a guy and you could rap on Don't Flop in a second. I'm just imagining Prob reenacting the plot of Inception like DiCaprio's character Cobb. He magically hops in her head and begins a dramatically complex adventure that's elaborate, long and contentious and supplants the idea deep within her subconscious. Now that'd be proper impressive. He'd even do the score himself, so the soundtrack has an ominous presence. And now the battle scene has Adam D and Jacqueline, the family rapping team. Oh, that is sweet. One day she'll wake up from the trance and realize you're just a spastic freak. How did you get a girlfriend? Time.
I'm sorry to let you down. This isn't really in my image. It feels a bit like quitting. For the next 2 rounds, I'm not going to win by entertaining. I'm going to win by winning. See, I will attest to your quarrels, try my hardest to hit you, mention your partner because he's sick and writes half of your shit too. Your best friends with shuffle, all the palavers you've been through, but you can't only rest on your laurels when your hardy is with you. You're tall but for awesome, you dwarf, and when an audience applauds them all raucous, like, oh, this performance I saw once, even got endorsed by Thesaurus, but I got more to purport to my rawness and clawed out my flaws, it's just awkward you weren't taught a course in endurance. So flog a dead horse till it's sore, I'm sure that it's more fun, but I give it 4 months till they're bored of this Morecambe and Morecambe. Your parents play Monopoly with actual property. And have their sushi served rawer than a unanimous policy. People like us should be grateful for a chance to promote our comedy, not talking over opponents, gloating cockily. For fuck's sake, show some modesty. I don't give a floating toffee sweet for the TV panel show spot you seek. This isn't Mock the Week, this is Mock the Week. And in the novelty stakes, you've gained impressive heights. You've said lyrical once, and by Jove, you've said it twice. But remember, guys, even though your fan base has grown in depth and size, the Venga Boys had #1 records twice, it still never really stood the test of time. So if you do get a spot at World Domination 4, I'll pull out my Venga knife and take a Venga flight just to shank you in the Venga eyes. Your Venga class. And when you make that inevitable slide to the Paul in and the audience starts finding you boring, I'll be like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Shed one crocodile tear like when I'm listening to the cries of an orphan, and one genuine tear like the day I had to say goodbye to my foreskin. I never cross the line. I've never got enemies. My one rule is I never let this obsessive need to act defensively get to me. However, your 4-year-old sister is the only person that thinks you've got any longevity. She doesn't even know what the hell it means. And I know of your ilk and it's plain. People are like, wow, a posh bloke with this skill? That's insane. But dopeness was built on a stage and Rome wasn't built in a day. Time.
Right. Question. Who voted for this? That's right, nobody did. You know what it is. The moment it hit, Mos went on his old school Toshiba, loaded and clicked over and over till his mouse broke into bits. He ticked the box like 50 odd times before it exploded the system. Before the forum closed and desisted, there wasn't a hope for the kids that wanted me to go against Briggs. And don't lie, I know guys, you totally did. Because Mosh Team versus Posh Team would have only been sick. You had everything written ahead of this fixture before any decision was ever envisioned. Is he quite geeky? Yes. Why? Look at the size of these specs. His technical side is the best. No, seriously, he might be IT obsessed. Christ, he connected like 9 Ethernet cables under the table to his IP address just to make it absolutely certain we would fight to the death. Because he was psyched he would get to write me some threats after I beat this peasant in 5 leagues of chess. Yes. You were quite keen to step now. Arrival's been keeping you up at night feeling stressed like, gosh darn it, who does this MARLO guy think he is? Being all middle class and white in this bitch doing rhymes about recycling bins. He sounds kind of like me a bit, minus the lisp I desperately try to hide when I spit. Don't try and deny it, you prick. So he'll claim this is a mirror match. Well, that's quite depressing. Some facts might contest it, but that's my contention. I mean, we may well both be well-spoken gap year contenders, but I'm better by a damn sight, and you're not a damn sight impressive. Plus, I can see perfectly. A damn sight's regressing. I stand by the fact I could outright contest him. If this is a mirror match, watch me catch my reflection. We may well both be... We might both be middle class, but I'm a different sort. See, I'm a freaking lord. I will not drink your motherfucking wine if it is corked, plus it's easier to picture me riding on a horse. You spit basic rhymes and only take the prize for most consistent miming of a walk when you're wobbling side to side and back and forth. All right. Wobbling side to side and back and forth. So fuck you! You can't. Really? It should be clear this is true. You're only ever good in battles for all the weird shit you do. See, you're the type to call it time in the middle of a set time.
I liked your chess scheme. That was actually quite decent. You're an Aryan fucktard, so you only play with the white pieces. See, this is my successor, isn't it? Basically me with a fresher image who got like 6 billion views in 7 minutes. When I'm pushing 35k, it's stretching limits. I mean, damn! I'm gonna have to find myself a better gimmick.
Yes. All right.
Time to fucking get submitted! See, this is the Hulk versus a mandrel who listens to Pulp and the Bangles. You're partly culpable, Bagnall, because when I decided to build a cult through my battles, they weren't even filmed from multiple angles. See, I grew up collecting dust, never did the sexes much, stayed in the possessive clutch of a well-overprotective mum, bullied by oppressive thugs who I never had the strength to punch, found out at 18 being a smarmy, offensive mug got ladies interested. Yum! Studied film so I wouldn't have to do tests and stuff, no prospects, so I spent each day in a call centre depressed as fuck. Ended up in a financially dependent rock because on the stage I get to strut doing sketchy stuff with my bested chums. Sound familiar? Damn right, I fucking bet it does. And then you started to battle rap. You're just someone else's sad sequel. Don't Flops where I discovered Maltese, how to get flips off and act evil. Don't Flops where you discovered females, hip-hop and black people. I'll humiliate you in public. And then we'll go to the cinema after. This isn't the difference between who can spit a bar faster or give them hard laughter. There's a difference between a middle-class rapper and a middle-class rapper. I mean, I'm just as middle-class as you, but it's something I don't try too hard to prove. The same guilt that's a part of me is a part of you. I feel bad when I see a homeless person and pass them too, and when someone burps, I actually say pardon you. But this is genuine rapper, so posh glasses Jew versus terrible actor Don't Flops Martin Clunes. And since it's my demographic that gave market views and they passed to you, it's the same irony card you abused, except I only use mine on the outside of the mask I used. Your whole stance is proved to be in the stimulation of lines other artists used. So at the moment it doesn't really seem that hard to lose, but you don't get to be disaster with smarter shoes and the middle class martyr too. And we make everyone laugh, it's true, but the side I'm on is of a darker hue. It's time to meet your fucking father, Luke. So yeah, you're funny, clever with rhymes, you're incredibly posh. And I don't doubt you better with props, but why only wait till you step in the spot? See these? Now you can be me whenever you want.
Shit.
Yo, Cracker the Honky on Twitter. I gave the first round to MOS PROB, it was pretty sick, and then the second round Marlo really came back, that keyboard shit, the whole thing was fucking ill. And then I gave the third round to MOS PROB, I think he really fucking broke him down, that shit at the end, you can be me whenever you want, handed him the disguise or whatever, was fucking ill, so I give that 2-1 to MOS PROB. Sick battle, peace.
Saturday, O'Shea. So it's Marlo v MOS PROB. Giving it slightly to Marlo. Maybe I was siding with that middle class thing a bit, but I could just, when MOS PROB went into his schemes and he was rapping quick, I couldn't hear it as clear as I could when Marlo was. And Marlo's got delivery down to about fucking ceiling. And MOS PROB is one of my favourite. Both of them are sick, but I just think Marlo took it slightly. Sorry for rambling on. Peace!
Yo, it's your boy mate, hella close battle. I'm a big fan of both these guys. I'm giving this one to MOS PROB. I think Marlo took the first round. It was close, like his delivery was much better than MOS PROB, so it's hard to catch what MOS PROB was saying in the first round though. MOS PROB's finisher, the do dissertations that yours on the way to the test was hella funny, but I think Marlo took the first round, stronger material and much better delivery. But then I think MOS PROB took the last 2 rounds, and most particularly the third round, like he was really talking to Marlo, man. He was saying some deep stuff, you know. I've been following MOS PROB since he tried out 2 years ago or whatever, and I felt a lot of what he was saying. Really talking to Marlo, hella close, but 2-1 PROB. Peace.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's back here, Northwest, here in Liverpool, man. Don't Flop Liverpool here, 2013. It's been 4 years since we've been back. This was, again, as I said in the intro, a fan-voted battle. It was the highest, most voted for battle with, I don't even know the percentage numbers. I'll try to put it on the screen when we upload this. But anyway, it was the most popular one. We have MOS PROB from Don't Flop South going up against Marlo from Don't Flop South. 2-1 split decision. It went to MOS PROB in the end.
Big up this guy. Hat, check out Hat, they're well funny.
Log on to the forum, check it out.
Good, cheers.